Kia ora anō, everybody. This is Tuariki Delamere, Friday, 21 August, Auckland Central candidate for the Opportunities Party top. I want to talk about water today. That's been a big topic in the newspapers the last couple of days, and that was triggered by the revelation from Russell Norman formerly of the Green Party, now with Greenpeace. And Russell has reported that there are two farms, Wairaki Pastoral wanting 71 million litres of water a day from the Waikato River. That's 26 billion litres a year. And another farm, the Wairarapa Moana ki Pauakani, they're wanting 90 million litres a day or 33 billion litres a year. Now, I have two problems with those applications. The first is that those two farms have priority over Auckland. And I'm sorry, those muppet heads in Parliament sorted out. It is just not on that two farms, dairy farms, get to take priority over 1/3 of the population of this country. That's just not on. And to Russ Remington, who's the chairman of Regional Council, you want to have a hit at Auckland? My response to that is, Russ, go get stuffed. There's been mistakes galore over the last couple of hundreds in this country, and one of them is saying that you and your lot own and control the Waikato River. The Waikato River is a resource, and as far as I'm concerned, it's a resource for the whole country to benefit from. A bit like the lakes and the hydropower schemes in the South Island help prop up the North Island, including the Waikato. In this case, the Waikato River, the first priority for the water consents ahead of all those dairy farms, 113 of them, I believe. Auckland City comes out ahead. But let's look at the two farms and what's behind them. The first one, Wairaki Pastoral, that's just a corporate investment for Mark Wyborn, Trevor Farmer, Robert Bollard, and I guess a few others. Well known in the corporate world, Mr. Farmer, through Freightways, through his ownership and directorship of Freightways. Mr. Wyborn, I think it's through his father actually, but perhaps I'm sure he was involved as well through development of the Viaduct Basin. And very highly respected, all three of those gentlemen. The other issue, Wairarapa Moana ki Pauakani, that's a bit more interesting because they have a farm on the Mangakino area. But from the Wairarapa, how did that happen? Well, back in the late 1800s, like most tribes in New Zealand, the successive Pākehā governments back then effectively stole our land. In this case, in the Wairarapa, they took all the very good land for pastoral development from the Māori people in the Wairarapa, a treaty settlement. Later on, the government was very kind. Early on in the 20th century, they gave them a whole bunch of land in and around Mangakino, which back then was rubbish land. Useless scrub that couldn't be used. Such a generous government back then, looking after the health and needs and care of Māori people. Yeah, give me another tui on that one. But anyway, fast forward to 2020, Wairarapa Moana ki Pauakani, under the chairmanship of Kingi Smiler, to have used wonderful governance, wonderful management, and they've developed that land, and they've got multi-$100 million worth of assets now. And the farm they want to develop needs all this water. And you can't criticize Kingi and his board and his management team for going ahead with that and taking what was a BS rubbish settlement many years ago by the government, by giving them the rubbish land. They are now turning it, I guess, the sow's ear into a silk purse. However, that's the dilemma I have as a Māori. I understand that they should have the right to develop the assets they have, especially when those assets were the result of theft of their own land back in the Wairarapa. Because if you could imagine if they still had that land, well, I also commute between the Wairarapa and Auckland, and it's a wonderful pastoral hotspot for New Zealand down there in the Wairarapa. However, they've done it up here. But Kingi, got to say sorry, mate. For two reasons, you need to come behind Auckland City. One is because 1.6 million population here in Auckland, or close to 2 million, I guess, including 33,000 farmers. As far as I'm concerned, they rank ahead of you, bro. But the other reason is to do with climate change, the need to respect our environment. Whether farmers in this country want to admit it or not, and most of them refuse to, they have a huge lobby group trying to blame everyone and sundry, but it is dairy farms primarily that are polluting our rivers. And to believe that, all you need to do is go to the milking shed early in the morning or late in the afternoon and watch all the cows come in. If you do go, make sure you stand about 15 meters away, because cows tend to spray a very long way. But all that is excreted by the cows during milking, that's got to be washed away. And that's one of the reasons they use so much water. And where does all that cow crap go? Hey, it eventually flows back into the rivers and streams around the farms, which is why our rivers and streams are so polluted. And that needs to stop. If COVID-19 has done nothing else to us, it has shown us that we can clean up this planet. Now, I've visited China in the last 20 years, probably 60, 70 times, lost count. But I remember the first 7 visits I made to Beijing, I never saw the sky. The pollution was in the way. Today you can go there now and it's clear as the bell now, because of COVID-19 has caused that to happen. Same in India. You got people who live 200-300 miles from the Himalayas. For the first time in their lives, they've been able to see the Himalayas as the backdrop to their homes where they live in the Punjab and other northern states of India. And same here in New Zealand. Let's take this as an opportunity to really, truly clean up our rivers. Let's stop developing more and more dairy farms. We don't need them. The world doesn't need them, actually. I know it brings in a lot of money, I guess, for the farmers, but it is a pollution on the world, and we need to scale down, I believe. Anyway, I'm sure that'll piss a few people off, maybe upset Kingi and his team. Can't help that, bro, but I enjoy seeing how our planet has benefited, ironically, from COVID-19 as far as climate change. Anyway, those are my thoughts for today. You all take care now. Don't forget, 17 October, we have an election. So get out there and vote. Vote. You must vote. Hopefully, if you get out there and vote, you'll go vote for me, 1 tick, if you're in Auckland Central, and the Opportunities Party for your party vote. So kia ora and take care. Stay safe. Look after yourselves.